Hello race fans, the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series is back here. We're live at one of the biggest racetracks on the circuit. We're here live at Michigan International Speedway, getting ready for the Pure Michigan 400. Now this race last season, Seth Cole, he ended up winning this race. That was one of my no commentary races. Right now Seth, he's still trying to get his first win of the season. He sits 27th in points. If he can find a way to get himself a win, he may be in contention for a wild card spot in the chase. Our front row consists of Michael Norman, still trying to get his first win as well, and right beside him is our winner from Auto Club earlier this year, Dakota Hughes. In row 2, we have Lyndon Wright in the number 24, but he's running the lowest colors that's normally on the 48. And right beside him, we have Danny Wells sporting new colors in his Doritos paint scheme for his number 19. Danny Wells right now sits 8th in standings. Another good run here, or even possibly a win, would lock him up in the chase. Points leader right now, Cody Llamas has a 15-point lead over Shawn Henley right now. He himself still doesn't have a win. This is going to be a pretty long one here today, 30 laps. What are we going to see here today? We're seconds away from those famous words in motorsports before we find out.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
And as the cars are slowly rolling off pit road, here is your starting lineup for the Pure Michigan 400. Michael Norman sporting new colors. He's sporting the Little Caesars Pizza on his number 8 week, where you can get a hot and ready pepperoni or cheese pizza for just $5. If he can find a way to come out on top or try to go coast to coast today, maybe he'll celebrate with some pizza. Our third row consists of Stephen Pollard III and Chris Washer. Chris Washer, he won earlier this season at New Hampshire. Another win here would definitely put him in the chase. As the pace car makes its way onto pit road, the green flag is now out here at Michigan. And oh man, Stephen Pollard III, he's not wasting any time. He's already making it 3 wide for second place. Hurry up and switching to aerial covers. Now he's trying to look to the inside of Dakota Hughes for second place. Michael Norman trying to pull away with the lead. As we switch to the spectators camera, Stephen Pollard III trying to get a run on the inside of Michael Norman, looking for the lead, and it looks like he will get it, but right behind him is Kyle Mathews, currently 6th in the points with no wins. Heading into the trial, Stephen Pollard III has led the first lap, but Michael Norman, he's getting a run on the outside, and he'll try to take the lead away. But right now, Pollard III has no help, but he's hanging on to that inside. But it looks like Norman, he's gonna benefit from the outside. And I'm trying to see. Oh boy, we got a big trouble in the back. I see a subway car going around. That was William Duncan in the 6th. But oh man, we got a big wreck out of turn number 2, and we're having a battle for the lead between Norman and Dakota Hughes, and leading them down is going to be Dakota barely by half a car length. Norman will pick up second. Third will be Kyle Mathews. Oh no, wait, my mistake. Third will be Pollard the third. Fourth will be Mathews, and fifth was Lyndon Wright. And we have to see who was involved in the wreck. Oh man, Sean Gallagher in the 21, he's up in smoke. And oh man, another 4. That's Alex Ferranti in the 99. James Silverfox, he has damage. Alex Drayton has damage. Charles, he looks clean. Garrett Snyder, his car looks clean. There was William Duncan, who I saw go around in his Subway number 6, and I really don't see any damage on him. He may have some right side damage. And oh man, some of the cars are bunching up. They really need to slow down. Trent Dunham is on the apron running his SEGA Strong colors, and Chris Washer, he's back here. I don't think he was involved though, but the cars they're already coming down pit road. There's Dillon Poteet, last week's winner at Watkins Glen. Some cars coming down pit road. We're gonna have to go to the pit road camera to see who benefits. Strategy already coming into effect as we see the pace car already heading into turn 1. We have to see who's gonna be the first guy out as Michael Norman, he heads into his pit stall. Looks like Dakota Hughes will be the first one out, followed by Lyndon Wright and a few others. And I saw Jessica Shelton. It looked like she made her way up into the front. Some guys taking 4 tires and some guys are taking 2. Pit strategy already in effect here, but let's see what happened to bring out our first caution of the day. Well, here's how to bring out our first caution. This is the best camera angle I could find, but right here, Sean Gallagher, William Duncan, Alex Drayton, and Alex Ferranti, they went 4 wide, and then that wasn't going to work. And then further back, Cody Llamas, the points leader, he gets hooked by Zach Hamlin, as I'm trying to see more cars that got involved here. There's Drayton spinning around, there's Silver Fox also spinning around, and then there's Ian Dutta deep in the inside, as we see Cody Llamas driving by. Cole Daly was also involved. And right there we see Sky Commerce running his new Buffalo Wild Wings paint scheme. He's sliding deep in the apron. Charles Jackson held up behind this. And there's Derek Engel in the Delphi number 5. Tim Fiegel was also held up, but I don't think he got any damage. There's Cole Daly as well. Charles Jackson also got stuck behind this. Silver Fox in the 82. Zach Hamlin, our Pocono winner, in the 56. And I'm trying to find Commons in the 41. There he is. Luckily, he doesn't hit the inside safer barrier, so he should be able to continue. He just had to come down pit road and get some new tires. But oh man, a 4-wide accident at a turn 2. It just goes to show how hard these drivers are willing to race here at Michigan. You can go past 200 miles an hour here. And here we are back at Michigan. We're going to restart on lap number 7. And the only guy to retire out of the race was Sean Gallagher. He had a broken gearbox and just took his car straight to the garage area. Now, after pit stops, the top 10 has changed a bit. Michael Norman is the race leader. Second is Dakota Hughes. Third now is Linda Wright. Fourth is Stephen Pollard the third. And rounding out the top 5 is Jessica Shelton. She was one of those drivers that took a pretty gutsy move on pit stops. Hopefully she doesn't blow up like she did at Pocono. 6th is now Kyle Mathews. 7th now is James McCloud, another guy taking a big risk. 8th now is James Qualls. 9th is Pichu London. And rounding out the top 10 is Noah Boggs. Guys, we don't normally see in the top 10. They're running good here today, but there's still plenty of racing here to go. And green flag pit stops may put a damper on things. I'm not sure, but the pace car is back on pit road, and we're having the restart here at Michigan. Pretty much single file. Well, just as soon as I say that, Lyndon Wright, he's trying to make a move on second place on Dakota Hughes. That forces Dakota Hughes on the outside with no help. Now Lyndon Wright, he's looking for more. He forces Michael Norman on the high side. Lyndon Wright, with the help of Stephen Pollard III and Jessica Shelton, they're trying to do what they can. And it looks like Pollard, if he would have got to the inside, he could have made it 3 wide. But Michael Norman, he went to the extreme high side. That's going to give the lead over to the 24. Pollard III now makes his way into second now. And it's 3 wide back here between James McCloud and teammates Kyle Mathews and Pichu London. And now we see James Qualls. Well, he was on the inside, but now here comes Dillon Young, third in standings. After a bad run at Watkins Glen last week, he's certainly trying to get up here. And here comes Joseph Lombard, who's really had some bad luck as of late. Last week in the SEGA Cup, he ended up dead last. But right now, that stick is number 18. He's trying to make his way inside the top 10. And here comes Levi McIntyre as well. He's looking to get a good run here. Right now, McIntyre sits 26 in standings. He really needs another win or at least a few more top 10s because time is slowly running out to get in the chase. Headed back to the front. Lyndon Wright has a huge lead right now as most of the track is pretty much double file. Pollard III hanging on in second place. Hughes is now third. Fourth is Michael Norman. He's dropped back a few spots. McCloud is now fifth, and we're having a battle for 6 between Shelton and James Qualls. Now we see 2 rivals going at it: Dillon Young and Pichu London. These two had a decent rivalry last season, but it looks like London He trying to give Dillon Young lots of room, but Young, he couldn't make the pass on the outside. Now he's trying to get some outside help from Noah Boggs and Kyle Mathews. Lombard, he's on the inside with no help at the moment. Here comes Joshua Collar in the number 43. He's trying to get in the top 15. Right now he's shown in the 14th position. And oh man, I thought I saw a car go down pit road. I couldn't tell who it was, but there was a car there. Almost trying to have a battle for second place, but Pollard right now, he's trying to use that outside run to catch that 24. Can't quite do it yet, but the 24 is on a mission. Lyndon Wright hasn't been in victory lane since the Season 2 finale at Zen Joltis when he drove for Wood Brothers Racing. But he will love to get his first win driving the Hendrick Motorsports number 24. Pretty calm racing going on right now as we you know, man, as we're about to have a 3 wide battle now between Pichu London and Dillon Young. Well, it was, but Lombard, he backed out of it. Lombard backed out of it in the 18. His teammate Chris Washer, he's dropped back a few spots. Right now, he sits behind Levi McIntyre. And here comes the winner of this race last season, Seth Cole. He's running his Mr. Goodbar paint scheme. And oh man, it looks like he's slowing down. Is he coming to pit road? And yes, he is. Seth Cole, he's coming down pit road. And there's 2 more guys joining him. Charles Jackson and the points leader, Cody Llamas. Here comes Silver Fox in the 82 as well. So pit strategy already coming into effect just 6 laps later. Well, really 8. I forgot to count in the caution laps. But who's going to benefit from these green flag pit stops? And hopefully will there be some more 3 wide racing? And it looks like Lyndon Wright, he's going to the inside to come down pit road. Yes, he is. Stephen Pollard III, he stays out. That's going to give him the lead, as well as Michael Norman. He's going to stay out to keep second place. Third is now Joseph Lombard. Fourth is McIntyre. And we're having a battle for 5th between teammates Ryan Acosta and Zachary Fitzwater. And here comes last week's runner-up, Charles Sandfer. If Charles Sandfer would have sped up to caught the pace car last week, he would have won. He would have swept the road courses. And I did make a mistake last week. I forgot where Charles Sandfer had his first win, and it was at Infineon. So my mistake for the 07 there. But now Sandfer, he has a chance. And oh man, almost contact between Acosta and McIntyre as the rest of the leaders, they're now coming down. Pollard III is in, as well as Norman, Lombard, McIntyre, Acosta, Sandfer, Fitzwater, Dunham. Oh my god, I did it again. Snyder, Commons, and Ferranti. As we now take a look at Silver Fox coming out of turn 4, I have no idea who the leader is gonna be, but Pollard III, he sits in his pit stall now, taking right side tires. I believe he took 4 tires, and he's getting some fuel before he gets out. But I'm trying to see who's gonna be the leader. Right now, Michael Norman, he's at the top spot. He does have the first pit stop after starting on the pole, and he's still getting fuel, so he's not going to beat Pollard the third out, but it looks like he's going to come out second. But I'm trying to see who's that coming out on the track. And it's Lyndon Wright in the 24. Lyndon Wright in the 24. He passes Michael Norman. Now he has to try to pass Pollard the third, which I think he will. Going to the spectators camera, and yes, he does. Lyndon Wright makes it around the 78, but the 78 is going to try to keep second place. He can't do it. He just got passed by Jessica Shelton. Jessica Shelton, our winner from Daytona, she really needs to try to get back on track. She dropped all the way to 16th in standings, but she still does have that one win. Even if she doesn't make it back in the top 10, she does have a wild card spot ready. And the caution's out! Oh, but the caution's out! And oh man, Dillon Poteet, he's missing his hood! Oh man, the caution has come out and Poteet is without his hood. I think something happened to the 10 car. Oh man, last week's winner, this is not what Poteet needs at all. He is shown in the 41st position, and I have no idea what the caution came out for. It may have been for the 10. It looks like something happened in the back straightaway. I have no idea who the caution is out for. But oh man, these guys have just finished their green flag pit stops. And I see someone on the apron back there. I think that's Steven Gonzalez. Yes, it is. Steven, he's on the inside, but I don't see any damage to that 55. I don't know. This may be mechanical issues for the 55. Not a good day for our Daytona 500 winner. Oh man, I don't know. Something happened between the 55 and the 10, and Steven is on pit road, and he hasn't gone to the garage area yet. But we have to take a look and see what happened. Well, here's having to bring out our second caution. Ian Dutta, Garrett Snyder, and Zachary Fitzwater were coming off pit road. And then Fitzwater, he misjudged coming back onto the track, and he gets right into Steven Gonzalez. Steven Gonzalez smacks the wall and right back into Ian Dutta once again. Then Chris Washer, he also gets involved. And Steven Gonzalez, he barely misses Garrett Snyder on the inside. But Fitzwater and Dutta, they just spin and slide down onto the track, and that was enough to bring out our second caution. But that accident could have been way bigger than it actually was. The 28 just misjudged coming back onto the track. I guess he thought he was clear of the 55, but I guess not. Here's what happened to Dillon Poteet. This is why he was missing his hood. Apparently, Jackie Tang, he was coming out of his pit stop right in front of Danny Wells, and Danny had to slam on the brakes, and then Poteet, he didn't really have time to react, so he runs into the back of the 19, and so that's how he got all that damage. And oh man, at the time, Poteet, he was making his way into the top 15, but that right there just ruined his day. And here we are back at Michigan. We're going to restart on lap number 20. We're only going to have 11 laps to go. And we got guys still coming down pit road. Some are just doing gas and go. And some guys are taking 2 tires and even 4 tires. And we had a group of drivers come down pit road the last lap by. The first of those guys that came out was actually Jessica Shelton. She gave up the 3rd spot. And she's going to restart 31st. But now everyone that's behind this 4 car, they're all on a different pit strategy than the rest of these guys, so they may be coming on strategy. Joe Gibbs' teammates Joseph Lombard and Charles Jackson are now on the same pit strategy. Same goes for Kyle Mathews and Danny Wells. But once we get back underway, our leader is still Lyndon Wright. Second is Stephen Pollard. The third and third place is now Seth Cole. He tried to roll the dice and he got himself into the top 5. Fourth is now Dakota Hughes. Fifth is James McCloud, and look who's in 6th place, the points leader, Cody Llamas. If he can find a way to last out these final 11 laps, he will extend his points lead over Shawn Henley even more. 7th is now Michael Norman. 8th is now Joshua Collard. 9th is James Qualls, our winner from Richmond. And rounding out the top 10 is Charles Sandfer. A lot can happen in 11 laps. And oh boy, and oh man, we got a problem. Something happened to Garrett Snyder in the 16. He just dumped. Oh man, he just dumped down under the apron. So I think mechanical issues just happened with the 16 car. Oh man, that is not good for Garrett Snyder. And it looks like he'll come to a stop. But I don't think the caution will come out since he's below the apron. And no cars are behind him. He'll have plenty of time to get back out onto the track. But we're having the restart. And once again, Lyndon Wright, he's trying to run away. He's trying to run away with that lead. Pollard the third hanging on to that outside, but two good friends are on the inside. Seth Cole and James McCloud. But oh man, and oh boy, it looks like McCloud, he wants more. He's making it 3 wide for third place, and he will take it away from Seth. And oh man, now we have Pollard the third on the inside. He's trying to challenge the 24 for the lead. Both cars have no help. They're just going side by side now. And Pollard the third barely has an edge on the 24. But Lyndon Wright, he's going to get a run on the outside. And he will hang on to the lead for now. But right now he has no help. Lyndon Wright has cleared the 78. The 78 goes back to the outside now. He's trying to see what he can do to make the outside work. But McCloud, he's now on the inside trying to take away second from the 78, and it's 3 wide for third behind him. Here comes Charles Sandfer now. Charles Sandfer wants to get in victory lane for the second time. Right now he's running 11th in standings right now. And oh man, just look at this cluster of cars back here. Cody Llamas, he's starting to drop back. And oh man, he almost came in contact with Dougie Shears. Oh man, we're going to have to keep an eye back here. They're going 4 wide and they're not going to make it. And they're wrecking. Oh man, they're wrecking. Lombard's around. Dougie Shears is around. Dunham's around. Oh man, the caution is out, and I don't know what's going to happen to those guys that came down pit road. But it's still all about Lyndon Wright, and oh man. Lyndon Wright will take the yellow flag once again. Pollard is second, third is Norman, fourth is Hughes, and fifth is McCloud. Oh man, Joseph Lombard, ninth in standings. He was the first guy that I saw go around. And oh man, Alex Ferranti, he got involved in the 99. And there's Poteet again. He's up in smoke. Vadarevu's on pit road. Snyder's on pit road from what happened on the last lap. And Shawn Henley with a little bit of hood damage to that 25. And Jessica Shelton, she's all the way back here. She has some right side damage. I think that pit strategy she tried to do with a couple of other drivers just went out the window. Dougie Shears has left side damage. And there's Trent Dunham in the second strong Chevrolet. He has rear damage. There's Joshua Mudd here, and there's Danny Wells back here. Does he have rear damage? Yes, he does. Oh, man, Danny Wells right now. He's currently, where is he in the points? He's 8th in points right now, and he's staying out. Like I said, he's one of those guys that came down the pit road on the final caution lap, so that's going to put him in the top 5 as most of the leaders, they're coming down. So I don't know. That strategy may have worked. And Kyle Mathews, he stayed out, so he's going to be the new race leader. But oh boy, a lot can happen at Michigan. I don't know if we're going to restart with 3 laps to go or have a green-white checker. But right now we have 7 to go, so it may be 4. I don't know. The top 6 have stayed out, and the first guy going to be out right now is going to pull out the third. He'll be in 7th. Norman will be 8th. Sandfer will be 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is, whoa! Oh man, contact between McCloud and Wright. Oh man, what was that about? Lyndon Wright, he lost a couple of spots on pit road. Oh man. But anyway, these guys went 4 wide and brought out our third caution. Let's see what happened. And here is the source of what happened to our third caution. It looks like Chris Washer came up onto Noah Boggs, and that sent him straight into Dougie Shears. They actually made it work, but once Noah Boggs hit the wall, Alex Ferranti, Jessica Shelton, Joshua Mudd, and Tim Fiegel, they all just got together, and it just causes a huge chain reaction. Shelton goes around, actually gets hit by her teammate Ian Dutta, and oh man, it's just a lot of smoke happening. You can hardly see anything. I'm going to have to go back to aerial coverage and bring it back a little bit. Alex Ferranti, he actually spun out. I'm trying to see what spun him out. Okay, okay, it was just that contact from the wall, but it still doesn't end there. As Fiegel, Mudd, and Ferranti spin out. Ian Dutta, he also hits the the 99. And then here come more cars into play. Kyle Mathews, he's deep in the inside, and he actually missed everything. And further back, we got Twinix teammates getting together. Alex Drayton and Shawn Henley, they got together back here, and then that sends both of them around. Danny Wells, he's deep on the inside, and he barely avoids Alex Drayton. Steven Gonzalez, he's driving through the smoke, and I think he missed everything. It looks like he did. Oh, no he didn't. No he didn't. He runs into the 99 of Alex Ferranti. Then Dillon Poteet, he's coming with a full head of steam, and then he hits the 99. Oh man, that sends both of them around as we see the one car still spinning around. And oh man, and I think Steven Gonzalez is smoking. Yes he is. He's up in smoke. He's done for today. As we see Ferranti and Rohit Vadarevu are the first Michigan winner this season. He also spun around, but I think he'll be able to continue. Oh man, but this is not what these drivers were looking for to happen here. They actually made it through. It's just that little contact with Chris Washer that ended up starting a chain reaction wreck. Before we head back to live action, let's look at this spectacular miss by Cole Daly in the number 88. He just driving through all the smoke, and somehow the 88 just made it through that red without a scratch. That's good driving by Cole Daly. And here we are back at Michigan. We're going to restart with only 4 laps to go. And more drivers now out of the race are Garrett Snyder, Steven Gonzalez, Alex Ferranti, and Dillon Poteet. Oh man, a lot can happen in 4 laps, and I really hope we don't have another caution. But Kyle Mathews, 6 in the points right now, trying to get his first win. Noah Boggs, a replacement driver, he's trying to get his first win. Joseph Lombard, winner from Las Vegas, trying to get his second win of the season. Charles Jackson trying to get his second win of the season as well. And rounding out the top 5 is Danny Wells, also trying to get his second win. 6 is now Jessica Shelton trying to get her second win. Pull out the 3rd, trying to get his first. Michael Norman in the number 8, running 8, trying to get his first. Charles Sandfer trying to get his second. And James McCloud rounding out the top 10 trying to get his first. So we do have a couple drivers trying to get their first wins of the season here. We're having the restart right now, and Kyle Mathews, he's really gonna have to do some defensive driving. And here comes Joseph Lombard on the inside. Is his teammate gonna follow suit? Yes, he is. The Joe Gibbs boys are trying to move up to catch that 31 car. Noah Boggs on the outside line has no help as the 18 and the 11 trying to chase down the 31. Kyle Mathews trying to get another win for RCR. Pichu London and Charles Sandfer have already gotten wins for RCR. Kyle Mathews is the only one who hasn't yet. But oh man, Joseph Lombard, he's taking the lead away with the help of Charles Jackson. Both of these drivers have already been to victory lane. Charles Jackson, he won at Charlotte earlier this season. He won the All-Star race as well. But oh boy, right now, no one has anything for the 18. Charles Jackson, he's gonna have to try to chase him down. Mathews drops back to 3rd, and we're having a battle for 4th between teammates Danny Wells and James McCloud. And oh man, Charles Jackson, he's losing ground on his teammate Kyle Mathews, trying to do whatever he can to chase him down. But the laps are running out. We have 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Left at Michigan, and we got cars leaving pit road. Oh boy. But now the question is, can these guys make it on fuel? I really hope we don't have a yellow flag. And nope, we're still going green, but Charles Jackson trying to chase down his teammate with the help of Kyle Mathews. I don't know if he can do it. McCloud has broken away in 4th place, and now we're having battle for 5th between Wells and Hughes. But now we have to keep an eye. And oh man, Mathews, he's coming down. He can't make it. Kyle Mathews could not make it, and oh man, Lombard, he's taking the white flag. Joseph Lombard only has to do this one more time. Last time we were here at Michigan, but today this race will end on the green. Does Charles Jackson have anything for his teammate? I don't know. He's trying to get a run on the outside, and oh man, and he did get a run, but it may be too little too late for the 11. Joseph Lombard right now with no competition, and he's not making an indication for pit road. No, he's not. Coming out of turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Joseph Lombard, 9th in standings. He will capture his 2nd win of the season here at Michigan. Joseph Lombard becomes a 2-time winner, and without a doubt, he will lock himself a spot for the 3rd season of the chase. He is going to try to go for a 2nd championship. Joe Gibbs Racing ended up 1st and 2nd. Charles Jackson, no chance of him getting into the chase, but he will sell it out for 2nd. McCloud ends up 3rd place. 4th was Dakota Hughes, and running out the top 5 was Lyndon Wright. And that does it here for Michigan. Here are the official standings as of now. So SEGA S3 Pure Michigan 400, and this race is in the books. Joseph Lombard comes out on top as he will win here and captures his 2nd win of the season. I believe this is his first multi-win in the season. Teammate Charles Jackson tried to do wherever he can, but he pretty much lost his draft racing partner, Kyle Mathews. He could not make it on fuel. He had to pit coming to the white flag. Okay, Joshua Collar ends up 6th. Good run for the 43. Pichu London ends up 7th. Danny Wells dropped back to 8th. Stephen Pollard, the 3rd, ended up 9th. And running out the top 10 was Derek Engel. We hardly talked about the 5 car all day. He was involved in one of the cautions. Seth Cole fell back to 11th. James Qualls ended up 12th. 13th was Michael Norman. 14th was Ryan Acosta. And running out the top 5 was William Duncan. Let's see, Sky Collins involved in one of and actually the first caution, I believe, or was the 2nd, I'm not sure, but he ends up 16th. Zach Hamlin, our Pocono winner, ends up 17th. Ian Dutta ended up 18th. Dillon Young, he really needed a good run. He sits 3rd in standings, but he ends up 19th. And running out the top 20 was Zachary Fitzwater. Okay, the rest of the top 25 are Jackie Tang, Alex Drayton, James Silverfox, points there to Cody Llamas, and Tim Fiegel. Then